Welcome back to Refining the Fire. My name is Tracy Renee. I pray that you're all blessed on today. Today I'm going to be sharing a dream with you guys. And today is October 31st, 2022. And so last night I had a dream. And in this dream, there was a couple sitting at this table. At this table, they had the Bible out. This looked like a godly couple. A couple that was in courtship. They were pursuing marriage. I could tell by the conversation that they were having. And the gentleman, he seemed very kind, very loving. And I remember at some point, he said he wanted to go on camera. He wanted to do something. And ladies, you know, I could see it in her face as well. But you know when it's a feeling, you can tell, well, maybe not everybody knows, but you can tell when somebody is getting ready to propose because of the nervousness. You could see he was digging in his pockets. He was preparing to do something, and he wanted specifically to do it on camera. And it seemed like he couldn't really find the ring. He was just really nervous. And he said her first name, and I really wish you guys that I could remember her name, but I cannot. And he was saying her name, and then he went to say her last name. He was about to ask her, to marry him. And he was, saying her last name. And apparently that was not her name. That was not her last name. He kind of didn't really know her last name. And I could see the disappointment in her face. Like, she was excited. But then when he didn't know her name, it was kind of like, oh my goodness. Like, it took all of the excitement out of it. Then I woke up. And so you guys, I've been just meditating on it because I felt like this man wasn't like a bad person or anything like that. But I felt like it was something very significant about the fact that he didn't even know her last name. So he's proposing to a woman that he don't really know. And so it was kind of odd. And I'm like, God, what do you want me to see in this? And he kept reminding me, I kept hearing that scripture. And it's usually talking about when they consummate the marriage. But God kept having me, just kind of meditating on, and then he knew her, and then he knew her. And then when God says he knows us. And what I want to say to that is this. We know that this is the season of marriage. This is a season of marriage for many. We know that. We don't have to beat around the bush about it. We know what's going on. It is true. God is doing something. He's doing something new. If you've been waiting for a long time, be prepared. Just be prepared and be doing what you're supposed to be doing, because this is a season of that. And God is bringing this to pass. But we have to remember that the enemy is so deceptive. And not even just the enemy, but sometimes our flesh, we get so excited and our desires are so strong that we miss the important thing. And like I said, they were at the table, they had the Bible, they were, pursuing marriage, they were doing what was right. But underneath it all, he didn't know her. And so it's important to really slow down. I feel like God is saying sometimes we got to slow down. We got to slow it down. Don't rush in. There's a saying that says only fools rush in. It's very true that the foolish rush into things, but the wise are very observant. They go to the Lord. They meditate on things. They pray. They fast. They seek God before they move ahead. And I just did a recording just a few days ago about discretion and wisdom. And so now God has given me this dream, and it's tying it all together. The fact that he wanted to go on camera put her in a very odd situation, because I know she probably, for any of us in that situation, you don't want to reject this person on camera for everybody to see, because if he's pulling out his camera, he probably thinks that she's definitely going to say yes. But the fact that he didn't even really know her, I think it kind of hit her like it's not right. Something's not right. I could see the disappointment on her face. And I feel that sometimes we got to just reel it in a little bit. We got to reel it in. You don't want to be going ahead of God and getting so in a rush to do things, getting ready to go do something drastic just to say that God's promises are true or something came to pass. And I felt that this couple, although they were godly, they needed some time. He needed to know her. He needed to know her better, because if you're doing that and you don't even know her name, that's a problem. That's a problem. And it may not be something like that, something so obvious where this person don't know your name, but at least try to get to know a person, because I'm going to tell you guys that people can be godly and still not be the person for you. People can know the Bible and still not be the person that God has assigned for you in marriage. They can be holy, they can be godly, they can have all of the right intentions and still not be the right person. And God has been saying, especially in this season, don't settle. And it's not just with relationships, but it's with everything. Because of your excitement and because of your desire to come into something, don't settle to just say that you finally got it, because you'll find out that no, you didn't finally get it, that this isn't from God, and you don't want to have to start all over again. And sometimes this is a test. I'm learning that God will test us to see if you're going to do something different this time around. If you're going to do what you did the last time, if you're going to rush in like you did all the other times, or if you're going to really have some wisdom, have some discretion, and have some self-control, so much that you would say, hold on, wait a minute, let's slow this thing down. I love you. I care for you. I'm grateful for you. But let's slow this thing down and get to know one another a little bit better. You know, how hard is that when you really want something? But that shows wisdom, that shows maturity, that shows that you aren't the same person you used to be that just wanted to say you were married. So that's the message. That's it. And so I pray that this not only encourages you, but I pray that it gives you something to think and meditate on so that you can make better decisions going forward. So I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay encouraged. I will be seeing you guys on the next one as the Lord leads. Bye.